Focus your mind on the Aum. Focus your mind on the Aum. The Aum the center, the source, the beginning, the middle and end of all forms of expression and communication. It is not only the means which would take different shapes and forms, but also the end which would receive all the forms and shapes into it. Human mind is the stuff which cannot comprehend anything directly. Human mind needs a medium, a representative, a via media through which it can try to comprehend what it is supposed to. And as a means of this effort, humankind developed all kinds of arts and sciences and languages. As we know, concentrating on the language aspect itself, a language is a means of communication to transmit what you think, what you feel about a matter or a thing to other person or at large. And the other person should be qualified in the same means, so that when he or she receives this information, this person is capable to comprehend what you are trying to say. If you know the Arabic language and your audience also Arabic speaking audience, then all that you speak is most likely to be understood by your audience. Nonetheless, if you have 10 audience and if you are saying that rose is beautiful, then you have a certain idea of beauty in your mind, and you are communicating this idea to your 10 audiences. But among your audiences, people who know this language as good as you know, when they hear what you said, would not exactly understand in the same strength and fineness as you wanted to communicate, because each one's imagination and experiencing of things and matters is completely individualistic. Therefore, when you ask your 10 audience to explain what they understood, you would most likely get 10 different explanations. All are speaking about the beauty, but in 10 different aspects. Similarly, in our life, when we do actions, when you communicate with our thoughts and feelings, it has different impact on different people, and thereby you receive different reactions. It may so happen that sometimes what you intended to say is received exactly in opposite sense, and it may even so happen that you wish to express something exactly in opposite terms to what it is. Like, for example, if you see a very intelligent child, you may say that this child is not intelligent at all. But your idea of selling is to appreciate the intelligence more than intelligence itself. And in the same way, sometimes it happens that each of us would have certain perceptions of things which we have never seen but only heard and want to talk about. There the real technical problem arises. How to communicate something which you have never seen, never touched, never felt, but only heard and experienced, imagined mentally, and you are convinced that it is so, and you want to communicate. The principle of reality belongs to this type. And the reality, which is the God consciousness, the truth principle, al-haq, al-haqiqa, is something such an abstraction that no one has completely experienced it, because it is purely a subjective idea. Therefore, no one can ever communicate it exactly what it could be. Here comes a need that you adopt certain intermediate models to communicate your idea about this truth principle. And here comes the place and importance of Aum. Aum is that sound which represents the principle of reality. And since we don't know what exactly reality would be, but we can in all assured means know what the sound of Aum is like and what it does to us. Therefore, we would say that this represents the principle of reality, because this gives almost all the experiences which the principle